Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here. I've spoken at many universities about my new book, A Complete History of the World. Now, this book presents a revisionist view of history, meaning I've changed the way that history is commonly viewed from the creation up until modern times. I'm going to read some samples of the book to you today in this university. Now, let us start with the creation, chapter 1. Oh, excuse me. The creation. In the beginning, God decided to masturbate one day. However, since he has 7 penises, he used a different penis over the course of 7 days. On the first day, he masturbated and produced light. The liquid of his sperm dissolved in the heat of the whiteness. On the second day, he produced both the heaven and the earth from his extraordinary second penis. On the third day, all the liquid of the pent-up sperm became the water and flowed out to sea. On the fourth day, God decided to become a Japanese masturbator and produced yellow semen that formed a round figure with endless points, also known as the sun. That night he reverted to his usual non-ethnic form and produced a white rounded sperm figure, the moon. The stars were the little speckles that were left over from the production of the moon. Finally, God realized that not enough of his sperm had been used and he needed to produce real live things from his penises. He pumped and pumped and pumped all day on the 5th day, and finally he produced animals, creatures with beating hearts and minds of their own. Because God's 5th penis is his biggest and most prolific, the most diverse of creatures spawned from it, from gorillas to meerkats to tigers to Rosie O'Donnell. Any animal was in the range of his penis's extraordinary power. By the 6th day, the Almighty used whatever powers he had left on his 6th penis to create human beings. According to recent interviews on Late Night with David Letterman, God had the most difficult time creating humans because it was the most complicated task. Humans have so much more breath to them and their systems that his sperm were almost incapable of forming them coherently according to his divine plan. As God relentlessly pumped and ejaculated over and over again, to no avail, he finally had to call a meeting with the sperm from the 6th penis precinct. As quoted by God, "Thy ejaculations are not proceeding according to my will." God apparently threatened to exclude the sperm into the 7th penis, in which little action occurred other than the occasional wet dreams about Mother Nature and, on occasion, Father Time. God admitted that he has a slight sexual attraction to men who know how to handle minutes and seconds. According to other sources, God also lusts after the gods Zeus and Hermes, although these allegations have never been actualized. God has been spotted playing the harp with Apollo, and not with his fingers. Meanwhile, during this creation, there was derision among God's penises. Penis 2 envied Penis 1's privilege of being the first to create something on the planet Earth. Penis 2 always had to take the backseat to Penis 1. Eventually, unbeknownst to God, I'm sorry, I've lost my place. Forgive me. Penis 2 devised a system whereby he could destroy Penis 1 and finally reign as the king of God's sexual and masturbatorial prowess. On the 5th day, after the creation of the snake, the 2nd penis took the snake and wrapped it smoothly around the 1st penis, eventually choking the life out of it, and any possible use it may have had for God was literally washed away. However, God eventually caught on to this plan and, infuriated, banished the 2nd penis to forever rule in the underworld, known as God's anus, or hell. Hence, the 2nd penis changed his name to Satan, dyed his skin red, and forever tried to impose his evil onto the world. The uncontrollable male sex drive comes from Satan, aka former Penis 2, trying to make humans outdo God in the semen-releasing department. However, if you thought the 2nd penis had it bad, the 7th penis never even was used in the creation. God decided that he had masturbated so much, he needed to take a rest. This tradition of resting at the end of a week after 6 days of relentless masturbating is carried onto the religion of Judaism, in a holiday known as Shabbat. The 7th penis has never forgiven God for this sin. They've not spoken for over 500,022 years. Hopes for a pleasant reconciliation are floating in the air as of now. Jay Leno is planning to stage it. God has agreed to move on, but the penis remains stiff and unflappable. In a recent interview, the penis called God an egotistical, narcissistic, long-winded old hornball who would rather sacrifice his penises than actually do work. The penis later added, all he had to do was whack off. We had to actually create everything. The media has blown his participation into it way out of proportion. He would be nothing without his penises.